Okay, you guys, we're gearing up for some burnt ends.
Howdy. Get ready for some burnt ends. Zach's pulling the brisket off right now. Just sharpen the knife. We're gonna get into how to do this. The brisket is at about 200 degrees. Normally we like to go a little hotter. We like to go to about 205. But we've hit a little bit of a stall and we're kind of up against it on time. So we're gonna go ahead and separate the two muscles. Two muscles are the point and the flat. The point is where we're gonna get our burnt ends. It's the fattier side. The flat is where you're gonna get your slices. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can kind of see where the muscles separate right in there. And that's where we separated it earlier. There's a big fat vein that runs in there and we removed it to help the cooking process along.
And it smells good.
Color is perfect. We know the tenderness is good. We're running out of gloves here.
Glove situation.
So we're gonna get these separated and get rolling on our burnt ends. Don't always do this, you don't have to do it. It's just kind of if you want to. It's one of our favorite things in barbecue. Typically this is where your chopped beef would come from. So that just cuts right through it really smoothly. I'll hold it. You can get that out. Zach's just gonna pull the point out. It's the bigger, kind of fattier muscle. And all we're gonna do now is cut this into cubes. We'll cut them into cubes, and then we will put a little barbecue sauce on, a little more rub, going back into the cooker. I'm gonna try to do this without burning myself. Barbecue, I like to say it's done when it's done. This got done a little bit early, so we're just rolling with it here. But no big deal. So we're just gonna cut these. Our goal here is about, between a 1/2 inch and 1 inch squares. And this is cutting through very easily. Tenderness is almost there, so they'll just finish up in the smoker and form just a little bit of bark and a little bit of crust with the barbecue sauce and the extra rub that we're going to toss them in here in just a minute. But they look fantastic. You could slice this if you wanted to. This is usually where we get our chopped from, but since we're having family and friends over, we wanted to do a little bit extra. Try to show off our burn-in skills here. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in here. Our camera lady April will relay those questions to us. It's a little fatty. So that's about the right size. Some of these are, the tenderness is already there on some of these. The thinner parts get done a little faster than the thicker parts, obviously.
And it smells delicious.
Everything has come out great. Good bark, good color, good tenderness. Another good brisket. Burnt ends are also a whole heck of a lot easier than chopping. Chopping the point is one of our least favorite things to do.
Do you ever enter the contest?
We did a People's Choice entry into a contest in Bixby, Oklahoma a couple of months ago. We placed 6th out of about 40 teams, and it was our very first time to compete in any contest. So in October, there's a cooking contest, a KCBS sanctioned contest in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, that I think we're going to enter in October. Pretty excited about that. So Zach is over there just dumping these into the barbecue sauce, and it's just a store-bought sauce. It's Head Country, one of the local favorites around here. It's hard to beat. It's pretty sweet. It's kind of a Kansas City style, which is pretty popular here in our part of Oklahoma. And you can see on this point mussel right here just how juicy that is. So a lot of that fat and connective tissue has melted, and we're just going to continue to do that in the smoker for about another hour, and then these things will be ready. I like to call these meat candy. They're just phenomenal.
We got it. Looks amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And some hearts. Thank you for your likes.
I like the hearts. That good bark right there. I don't know how that's come through in the video. It looks a little bit black. I assure you it's not burnt. It's a nice dark mahogany color. And that is exactly what you're looking for. These burnt ends, you're looking for them to be about a bite or 2 bites in size. Just put another little bit of rub and some of that sweet sauce and put them back on the pit. This is a nice sized brisket. This was 14 pounds when we started. So we're gonna get a lot of burn ends off this thing. The point was really big. Then on our Texas style brisket, the other one that we did, we're just gonna chop the point. So we'll have some slices, some chopped, and some burn ends to offer everybody once they get here. We need another pan.
Why do they call them burnt ends?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to, if I'm being real honest.
We'll need some more barbecue sauce.
Tokima 1975 says LOL. That's the one asking all the questions. Sorry we don't know the answer.
At least we're honest.
I'd be lying if I made it up.
Hope I said your name right. We got it. Looks delicious.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, every once in a while you're cooking, sometimes they just wind up
Get a
going in
sampling.
for quality control. Oh my gosh.
That means good.
It's perfect.
You see that meat? Does it look good to you?
And I bet she won't eat any.
That you won't even eat.
You gonna try a little bite?
No.
Okay. So while Zach finishes that, I'm just gonna dust these with a little more of our Hasty Bake rub. And this is what we seasoned the entire brisket in. Just give it a little more flavor, a little more pop. And then we'll throw these back on the smoker for about another 45 minutes to an hour.
We got a, how long did they smoke and what temp?
So the temperature that we like to smoke at is about 275. And because we cut so much fat off of there, Normally ours will go for about 5 hours, which is a whole lot less than a traditional brisket. But because we trim so much and go a little hotter, we're able to do that. This brisket got done a little bit faster than that. We wrapped it in about, it was about 3 hours, and then went on for another hour and a half, 2 hours. Our standard time and temp though is 275 for about 5 hours. This was a bigger brisket though, so.
And the flat's still cooking.
Yeah, we put the flat back on. Normally we would do this kind of at the very end and just start slicing the flat, but it needed a couple of more degrees just for tenderness. The color was good. The tenderness wasn't quite there yet, so. So that one is sauced and seasoned. Mm-hmm. Do the same to this one. And these will all form a nice little bit of crust.
Yeah.
That sauce will firm up. And we're gonna go back on the smoker with them for about another hour, and then they will be ready.
Don't forget about me.
So you're going for another 45 minutes at 275?
45 minutes to an hour.
Put me down.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too hot on your feet. What drive are you using?
What was the question again?
What drive are you using?
Drive?
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
Not familiar with
I meant sauce.
Oh.
It's a
We'll show you.
Head Country sauce. Just a store-bought sauce. We didn't make it.
A local sauce.
This one's really popular in our part of Oklahoma. It's a Kansas City style. It's sweet. Doesn't really have any heat to it, but the rub does. So you'll get both of those flavors once everything combines and comes through at the end.
He says, I'm in OKC.
There you go. You know all about Head Country then.
Go Thunder.
So that's it on burn ends. They'll go on for another hour. We'll pull them off, and when we get time to slice and chop, we'll be back up. Thanks for checking us out.
Thank you guys.
PitBuddiesBarbecue.com, and we're on Facebook.
We just got I bought your Greek seasoning after I saw it on Al Roker.
Yes, Al Roker did the Hasty Baked Greek seasoning.
Right there, there it is.
There it is.
Perfect.
Very cool.
Gotta have some. Get some of the original too. It's good for you.
Good on
stuff.
everything.
Good on everything.
Okay, we'll see you in just a little bit.
Thanks
Thanks for tuning in.